I'm Joy, and in May, I signed up for my very first market. It was exciting and super chaotic. The first thing I did was overcoming my fear of making original artworks, which was super cool. So check out that video if you want to see the full process of this drawing. The second thing I did was ordering prints to make sure they arrive on time. And here they are! I just scanned stuff from my sketchbook and hoped it would turn out nice because I didn't have a lot of time to make new stuff. They turned out amazing. I don't know how to describe it, but when you finally hold your artwork in your hands like a proper art piece, it just hits differently. God damn! Looking at these was just the best thing ever. Usually I do stuff and then it just disappears in my sketchbook. So this is nice. In the end of the video, I'll talk about some numbers and money a little bit if you're curious. So stay tuned for that. I wish you could touch them. They're so smooth. And look at the back. It feels so professional. I also got these tiny stickers for packaging. I think they're adorable and they will look so cute on the back of bags and just like to give away. Some of them are not perfectly centered, but it's fine. Okay, but now the real reason why I signed up for this market. It's because it will make me do stuff. Deadlines are like magic, and it's working. I struggle a lot to do stuff for myself and to do things I always wanted to do, so I tricked myself into doing it with deadlines, and the market is really great for that. I always wanted to paint outside or make an illustration in my garden, and now I'm finally doing it, because I have a random deadline. Okay, so for protocol, I really have no idea what I'm doing with ink. I'm just having fun. This is super splodgy, but doesn't matter. I'm finally doing it. Also, this is like a giant A2 size paper. So that was a huge mistake. Like quite literally huge. It was way too big to finish within a reasonable amount of time. And I'm not sure people actually go to markets to buy giant original artwork. It's just like not the budget you have in mind when you go to a market. So maybe this was a bit pointless, but doesn't matter, it's fine. Like I said, it was chaos, but there was also rainbows. Look how beautiful, it's a double rainbow. I'll take this as a good sign. It must mean good luck, right? May was wonderful, so much inspiration, which got me slightly sidetracked. I did eventually write a to-do list to be a bit more organized and realize what I actually had to get done. And there's so many things to consider when planning a market. Like not just when do you need to order stuff so it arrives on time. Also, how many products do I actually need? How many people will show up at the market and buy stuff? How much stuff do I need to actually fill my table so it looks nice? How big is my table? How can I set up my table? What's the weather gonna be like? Yeah, a lot of stuff. And I decided to ignore this for a bit, so I started making scrunchies. Which has nothing to do with what I usually do, but it looked easy and fun, and I hoped it would look cute at my table. I went to the thrift store and I bought a lot of pants and button-down shirts with cool fabrics to recycle, so these are the fabrics that I got out of these clothes. I also sacrificed some of my own clothes that don't fit anymore, and I spent so much time cutting them into the right length and prepare fabric strips ready for sewing, and yeah, I really underestimated that. To speed things up, I tried to do all of the same steps at once, so I'd be more efficient. So first I sewed all the strips together into this like circle loop, and then I folded them inwards to make this weird burrito wrap situation that I could then sew together again. And basically you just sew along like all the way around this edge, but you leave like a little bit open on the end so you can like flip it afterwards. Yeah, so you just sew and then you weirdly scooch the fabric until you're back at the beginning where you leave a gap. When you have all of these burrito wraps, then you take elastic band thingy and just like pull it through. I used my favorite pen to do that, and that was really easy actually. Yeah, it's really nice because it's straight, so not as annoying as trying to pull an elastic through like a circular shape, I guess. Anyway, yeah, then you tie it shut twice and you can invert the fabric through the opening you left. Like you pull it out, it's a bit weird at first, but then it gets easier. Yeah, and then you just sew it shut and you're done. I tried to sew this slowly, but I have to admit some of them are not the most beautiful. It's not like anyone can like actually see the seam when you're wearing it. I needed a break from that, so I moved on to my next project. I impulse bought screen printing materials like 5 years ago, so I have screen printing stuff, and this seemed like a good time to use it. I wanted to print on tote bags, and I had to clean my screens first. And I must be doing this wrong because it takes so long. Like, please let me know what the proper way to do this is. Is it just because I don't have a high pressure hose? Like, I'm using the cleaning stuff from the shop, but it's just taking ages, and I did let it sink in, so I don't know. Please let me know if there's any tips. After that frustration, I went to the art store, because what else do you do when you're frustrated? To buy like cellophane packaging stuff, and I actually found the right size pretty quickly, which was good. This place is incredible, I'm telling you. I'm in love. I want to move in there. Thank you very much. I want to buy everything, but I can't. So please subscribe. Yeah, I also had to restock my favorite color pencil, cadmium yellow. Woohoo. And here it looks like I was actually reasonable with my purchase. But no. I went back to the art store a second time because I forgot new foil for screen printing, and I accidentally walked through the canvas aisle and whoop, I bought so many canvases. For some reason, I thought that now's the perfect time to start painting. So randomly I painted this turnip thing, and I really love like the red pinkish underpainting and the graphic leaves, but the turnip itself, I don't know, it doesn't really match the like graphic style yet, so I hope I can fix that eventually. But yay, I finally painted something because deadline magic. It did get in my head, and I was very optimistic about making more absolutely amazing paintings, and I proceeded to paint the ugliest thing I've ever made, so here is some beautiful footage of that. There was so much pink, and I don't even like pink, so I'm not going to show you the end result. It was super bad. So after that defeat, I decided to go back to paper and colored pencils. That usually works, and a smaller scale is less intimidating, so there's that. Overall, I was just really hyped about the fact that I was drawing original artworks in the first place, which was really not something I did before. It was so scary for some reason. Woo, tape peel. Yeah, I think this one turned out okay. It's not my favorite, but I guess it's fine. New idea alert. We're moving on to the next random thing that popped up in my head. So I doodled these really wonky flowers and this tiny vase, and it got me thinking, what could I do with it? How about I turn these into a coloring / collage set? So you can color these wonky flowers, and I also sketched a couple of cute small vases. And when you're happy, you can like cut them out and collage your own little flower bouquets, and it'll be super cute. I guess maybe it's kind of fidgety. I don't know. I was really excited about this. I thought it was super fun and maybe something a bit different for once. And I would definitely have bought this on a market. So basically I made this just for myself. Maybe I should do a video where I'm making these. Yeah, if you think it's fun, go check out my Etsy and buy a printable version so you can do this at home. Or subscribe if you want to support me otherwise. This was just so relaxing to do. I really enjoyed drawing these non-realistic flowers without using reference and just like go with the flow and see what works, I guess. Yeah, therapeutic stuff. I'm gonna draw more of these. Okay, so here's all the flower sheets that I've made. I think in total I had 4 full sheets of wonky flowers and leaves and 2 sheets of cute vases that I forgot to show. Oh, next I wanted to finally finish my scrunchies, but I ran out of elastic bands, so I had to get new ones. This was the home stretch, and I did a lot of late night sewing. Honestly, I've sewn so many scrunchies. And the last fabric that I was using was the one from the pants, which was really thick corduroy fabric. So that was a true pain to first sew and then to flip them, like to invert the scrunchies. Annoying. But I think it was worth it because they're really cute. So yeah, I was happy. I was done sewing for a bit and I decided it's finally time to screen print. Because I was running out of time and screen printing takes a lot of time. So here I am in a dark room, aka my bathroom, with covered windows and a yellow light bulb. Beautiful atmosphere. I was trying to prime my screens with the blue photo emulsion stuff. I don't actually know the English name for it. Blue stuff. And yeah, I've done this a couple of times, but this time it was behaving really weirdly. I don't know, it kept like drooping off the screen, which was weird because it didn't usually do that. It was obviously not working, so I did ask Google for help, and apparently that stuff can expire, which I don't know, it had never crossed my mind, but obviously it was like 5 years old. So yeah, it was expired and I had to scrap the whole screen printing endeavor because there was literally no time to go back to the art shop to have enough time to actually develop the screens and print the stuff. Yeah. Just for context, it was Monday at this point. Market was on Saturday, so it was really like the final couple of days of getting things done. There's just a lot of little things that start to accumulate once you get closer to your market. And I realized I didn't have a sign for my booth, so I started painting that. And surprisingly, for once, it actually went pretty well, and I like how it turned out. Yeah, there were so many things left to do. Oh God. On Wednesday before the market, I test built my entire market stall in our living room with like all the right heights and measurements. I taped the size of my market stall on the floor to make sure I know exactly how to put things and to make sure I know how to present it. And I did like a lot of Pinterest research on how other people set up their market stall without it being super flat and boring. Like magic, I found the perfect wooden plank on our attic that matched my Pinterest inspiration, which was like, stuff like that doesn't happen. So it was magical. Yeah, once I saw everything coming together, I was just so relieved. I still had 2 days left to do stuff, and my booth already looked nice, and in case of emergency, it would be fine with what I had. But I still had a lot of things on my list still. Because yeah, I tend to be a bit delusional with what I can do and how efficient I am. But I like to set high goals, because then even if I only manage half of it, I still got a lot done, which is better than only aim for half of it and then only get half of that done. I mean, I'm not sure how healthy it is. Maybe it's a bit not ideal for your mental health, but I can't help it, so it is what it is. Anyway, at this point, I was okay with the amount of products that I had, and I knew that everything I would manage to do additionally is on top, like extra sprinkles. So everything I'm doing right now is bonus stuff and just nice to have. So that's a really nice place to be in, I think. Anyway, so I started another original drawing on A4 paper. I made this tulip sketch off camera for efficiency reasons, and I had so much fun coloring it. I'm truly getting excited about making original art pieces. It's actually fun now, and I'm starting to get the hang of it and find a bit of my own thing, maybe? I'm not sure, but these tulips felt like me, so that made me happy. This was so last minute though. But I was running out of time. But overall, I was so happy about getting things done. I think during this entire market prep, I listened to the entire Harry Potter audiobook collection. I was so productive. I love listening to audiobooks when I'm working. They make it so easy for me to actually start tasks, which is what I usually struggle with. Starting things is so difficult. But if I start my day with an audiobook, I get kind of bored by just listening. So I need to do something whilst listening, and that helps me to actually start stuff. So yeah, I tricked myself into being productive. Maybe that helps you too if you struggle with starting tasks. I don't know. I need to get better at storytelling. This is so all over the place, but so is market prep though, so I guess it kind of matches. It's Friday now, the last day before the market. Market day is tomorrow, and I was trying to get as many things done as possible. Also, have I mentioned how anxious I've been about the weather? It was pouring rain for the last week. And the market is outside. I was so nervous because my stuff is mostly paper, so what the hell am I supposed to do if it rains? So yeah, I was terrified. But usually I'm really lucky with stuff, so I got my fingers crossed. The last day I left for the most annoying stuff, which is scanning things. I just hate it. It's so painstakingly annoying and slow and uncreative, and you need patience for it. So I scanned all the original artworks that I made, also the flower doodles for the coloring page set. I had to clean them up digitally, and then I also printed a lot of mandala coloring pages that I had made a while ago, but I still really liked them, especially the ocean themed ones. I think they're really cute. They're so relaxing to make, and I do love coloring mandala pages. I hope someone else enjoys it too. They're also available on my Etsy shop right now if you want to print it out at home and color them yourself. And I ran out of paper. My mom had to get me more paper, and then my printer was doing exactly what I wanted, and it was just wonderful. And but yeah, my mood got a little bit better when I designed these cute packaging labels. Nothing fancy. I tried to keep it as simple as possible because I was running out of time. Yeah, it was really efficient. And then I spent the last hours of the day just packaging stuff, and I think it looked really cute. So I was very happy. Until I realized that I made a spelling mistake on the back. But yeah, I just hope that nobody would actually care or read the back. So it's sad, but it is what it is. So at that point, I had all my boxes ready. I had cloth for my table, my wooden planks for the setup, change money. I made pricing signs. I got all the list of the prices for myself. I counted all of my inventory in advance, like all my stickers, all my prints and stuff. So I had the list of everything that I've got, so I exactly knew with how many products I'm entering the market, with the plan that I don't really have to write down what I'm selling during the market itself, so I can talk to customers without being distracted. So yeah, after the market I just count everything again, and ta-da, I have an exact number of what I've sold, unless somebody stole stuff. Everything was all set up and ready, and I even finished my tulip drawing until after midnight. But I was ready and I was so excited. And the only thing that could really go wrong was the weather or that no one bought my stuff. So I hoped for the best and went to sleep. It's market day. Early morning. Here's my market stall. Number 4. The weather was still really moody and gray and dark, and somebody left an ice cream on my stall. Thank you for that. I started putting my stuff and I was getting so excited because it was actually looking so nice. It's so cool seeing things come together. Look at it! But first problems were arising. Can you see my prints? Everything is so humid because it's been raining for weeks. My prints are like turning into bananas. Let's hope for the best. Look at my coloring pages with the back info of what's inside. And my coloring collage flower sets that I really love. But foreshadowing, maybe I was the only one who liked it. On the back there's everything that's inside. Look at all the scrunchies. They look so fun together. And my tulip, I'm so proud of it. Just seeing your work presented makes you realize that you actually have been doing stuff. Because for a long time I felt like, oh, I don't have a job right now, so I'm not working. But seeing this is like, okay, it's not true. Like, I have been working, and it just feels really nice. Remember when we were optimistic about the prints? Nope. Just kept getting worse. And they flopped forward, so you couldn't even see the design anymore. So I was panicking. This really sucked, but there was nothing I could do about it. So I took a stroll around the market to have a look at what everybody else was doing. These are my mom's prints. Nobody else had like illustration or drawing things, so I was feeling pretty good about that actually. Overall, the market looked really super cute. The only thing I didn't understand was, why was I in this weird corner back there? Like, why not in the gap, like facing the other market stalls? Oh, this is me, very excited, including banana prints. It was still not raining, so fingers crossed. Some last preparations were happening. My dad saved the day, and he covered my booth with this building site plastic, which is so ugly, but at least I could feel relaxed. And of course, because he did that, oh, look at the blue sky! And the sun was here, and it evaporated all my problems. No, but it like dried the prints, so they were not crooked anymore. And look at how much nicer all the stuff looks in the sunlight. Oh, usually I'm very critical about my work, but I was so proud of my setup. With my cute packaging stickers. Oh, it just feels so good to see everything come together. Yeah, at first it was a bit slow because I was mourning, but then the first item that I sold was one of my original flower drawings, and that was such a great start. I had the best time, and it really went so well. I'm so thankful for everybody who stopped by, my friends and family who spent way too much money on my booth, and also to all the people I didn't know. It was an amazing experience. And if you want to get some stickers too, check out my Etsy or subscribe to support my small business. Okay, before we wrap this up, I promise to talk numbers and money. Please do consider that I am in Switzerland. Yeah, so I invested roughly 300 Swiss francs into this market. This includes $50 of market stall fee, print manufacturing, packaging stuff, fabric for the scrunchies, elastic band, papers, stickers. I also brought in a lot of my stickers from my old Etsy that I had, and they had already been paid off by sales from that shop, so that was really great. Here is a list of all the things I ended up bringing to the market. What did I actually sell? I sold 46 stickers, 51 prints, 3 collage and mandala coloring sets, 7 scrunchies, 3 small originals, 1 A4 original, and 4 ugly tote bags. So with that, I had a revenue of a little over 800 Swiss francs, which puts my final earnings at about 500 bucks. And on top of that, I still have most of my inventory. I am over the moon about how well this went. Yeah, now I can afford to pay another month of Swiss healthcare. Anyway, subscribe. See you next time. Bye!